l'incriminatura, eh. Siamo pronti, ragazzi? Go, 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 go. Basta bannare Goku, Sulsi. Basta. Non lo so, clear.
Top 5 ghosts. Caught on camera. Strange brew. Popular YouTube ghost hunting team Twin Paranormal are invited to investigate the allegedly haunted Cutthroat Brewing Company in Markleeville, California. Originally built in 1862, the building has been through many changes over the last 158 years. The structure has served as a hotel, a bar, a restaurant, and for a time, even as a temporary doctor's office and morgue. Through the years, owners, employees, and visitors to the Cutthroat Brewing Company have frequently witnessed terrifying paranormal activity. They say that bottles and chairs in the bar sometimes just move on their own. Many have seen bottles and chairs in the bar sometimes just move on their own. Many have seen and heard the dark apparition of a woman wearing heels pacing back and forth in front of the windows on the second floor. And some have spotted the menacing figure of a man standing behind the restaurant's bar. Once, a grandmother brought her very young granddaughter along with her to visit a friend who worked at the Cutthroat. When they reached the upper floor of the building,
quello era solo un esempio, Felix, non voleva dire che era quell'attività paranormale, era solo un esempio.
The toddler seemed to start playing with a child who just wasn't there, laughing and talking to this invisible child. The little girl kept calling out the name Sophie over and over while playing. The grandmother said that she didn't know anyone named Sophie, and she didn't know where the child could have even heard that name. Twin Paranormal team Ryan, River, Wyatt, and Nick are staying at the Cutthroat.
Ma sono la stessa persona quelle, scusa.
Name. Twin Paranormal team
Questo?
Ryan.
Sono la stessa persona, chat.
River, Wyatt, and Nick are staying at the Cutthroat Brewing Company overnight to try to capture some of the location's intense paranormal activity. They decide to place a ball at the top of the staircase to potentially trigger the spirit named Sophie to play with it or move it.
As soon as we got here, we wanted to do a quick little test. I had mentioned to Wyatt that I wanted to put a ball at the top of the stairs just to see what would happen. And literally, we have the clip. Did anybody hear that step right there? I had heard it say left, and then I heard like a footstep right here. Literally right here. The ball! The ball! The ball! The ball! The ball! Thank you! It's going. Thank you! It's okay. It's okay. Are you up there?
And if you're thinking that the ball placed on the step's edge was just bound to fall anyway, well, it should be noted that Ryan did tests to make sure that the ball wouldn't just fall over on its own.
You filmed us stomping next to it.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So they try the ball test again.
We hear you upstairs.
Non fa troppo paura.
Use your energy. Kick that ball. Or you can talk. Ah! Sorry. So, everybody's gonna make fun of me for that one. I'm sorry, it just really scared me because it caught me off guard. It really
Una
did.
ragazza, il fantasma.
This time the ball bounces back down the steps as if on command. The team gathers their courage and asks the spirits that haunt the Cutthroat Brewing Company some questions using a modified spirit box. They get some very strange answers, but what they don't know is that one of their stationary cameras captures something truly chilling.
Who's here with us tonight?
No way.
As we were asking our questions towards the front of the building, one of our night vision cameras pointing towards the back door had picked up what looks like a man coming in through the back gate into the building. If you look close, this man-like figure starts to form his body and then his head right after. Then he turns his head facing our direction before exiting out the back door.
Madonna. Capo al contrario. H.
So, what do you think? Did the ghost of a child named Sophie roll the ball down the stairs? Could the strange figure be the spirit of the man people claim to have seen behind the bar?
Questa un po' non è, non
And
è
if
troppo
not,
paura qua.
just who or what is this? You can watch the all-new part 2 of the
faceva
Cutthroat Brewing
troppo
Company
paura.
investigation over on the Twin Paranormal YouTube channel, The John Lowe Murder House. In 2014, 82-year-old dog breeder John Lowe's mind just seemed to snap one night. In a fit of rage, he tragically ended the lives of his 66-year-old girlfriend Christine Lee and her daughter Lucy at his family home in Surrey, England. Lucy was somehow able to call the authorities moments before she lost her life, and John Lowe was arrested for his crimes shortly thereafter. The sudden, strange, and brutal act shocked the entire country. Since the tragedy, the house has been left completely abandoned.
Ma questo l'avevamo già
Paranormal
visto.
investigator Simon from
C'è
the
una casa del
YouTube channel
genere?
Ghost Raiders went to what locals now call the quote, John Lowe Murder House.
Ciao, Rome Buona.
His intent was to try to make contact with the spirits of the victims who are still believed to haunt the scene of the crime. Together with YouTube ghost hunters Proving Demons, they try to communicate with Christine and her daughter Lucy using a spirit
Guarda un
box.
po'.
Their questions get some very strange and eerily accurate responses.
Is Lucy here? If Lucy is also here, can you say Lucy?
Lucy,
Whoa, that was
so
instant
clear.
and clear. Lucy is with us.
Are you here in this room with us, yes or no?
The shocking spirit box reply seemed to acknowledge that Lucy and her mother might be trying to make contact with the paranormal investigators. But things get even stranger when Olivia from Proving Demons claims that she feels something touching her back.
Hold on now.
Could it be a car on the road?
It
Did you
sounded
just grab
behind me.
my back?
No, I didn't grab your back. Why?
Non ho visto ombrio però.
Video?
No, seriously, did you just grab my back?
I swear.
No,
I
it's-
swear I
Like,
didn't touch you.
that was hard.
Andrew was
I
holding.
didn't touch you.
Andrew was holding with the hand that he would grab you back. The camera.
And my other hand's in my
His other hand
pocket.
is in his pocket. There was nothing that
Well,
he could have grabbed
unless-
his back with.
Unless my jacket was halfway up my back,
Cavato, G.
something just pulled it.
Oh,
Did you see
attento,
it?
Ginky. Did
Right
you see it?
before
No.
Olivia says something grabbed her back, a small light enveloped by a strange
vabbè.
translucent mist seems to rise up and away from her. This bizarre light or mist was not even noticed by any of the explorers.
Hold on now.
Could it be a car on the road?
It
Did you
sounded
just grab
behind me.
my back?
No, I didn't grab your back.
Sì, ci potrebbe essere
After
polvere, ma ancora non
Simon
sembrava polvere,
uploaded the
però.
video to the Ghost Raiders channel, keen-eyed YouTube viewers pointed out the very strange phenomenon. Now, I have to say that this clip is one of the more compelling pieces of paranormal footage that I've seen, because being able to fake this mist, time it perfectly, and then this very real reaction from Olivia when she says her back is touched, well, it all seems very hard to fake. But of course, I
Ma
could be
sai cosa
wrong.
dovrebbe essere?
Let
Tipo?
me know what you think.
Chissà
Before
se
we
le
move
persone
on to
tipo
the
non
next video,
vedenti
if you see anything
riescono
that
a
you
percepire
think
più
should be
cose
included in the top
riguardo
5,
queste cose.
contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Era il cazzo di
The
lui.
hills have eyes.
GG.
Amr from the popular YouTube
Eccola là.
channel Amr/3AMR
Eccola là. Siete
travels
pronti a
to the
sentire
site of
preghiere
several
in
abandoned
musulmano?
buildings in the middle of nowhere in Saudi Arabia.
Eccolo qua. Salah,
Amr
Kamil,
believes
Salah.
that the site he's exploring has been used to perform occult rituals and is a place used by witches. As soon as he starts exploring, he begins to feel uncomfortable, and with good reason. It seems like he's not alone.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وش ذا بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله بسم الله
Allora, vi posso dare la mia ipotesi? Se fosse fake, lo farebbe sembrare così evidente.
بسم الله
Voi che dite chat? Risponde solo share. Ma ovvio che è fake. Sì, sembra così, sembra proprio fake. Capito? Sembra proprio fake, per così sembra... L'ho notato ora. E quello là, lo vedete? Anche io direi che è fake 100%. Però mi viene da pensare, dico, figa. Cioè, così. Cioè, se uno vuole fare un video fake lo fa così face up? No, non è uno specchio. È uno che si è affacciato. Perché dovrebbe andare incontro? Perché io credo che nella loro mitologia, cioè nella loro religione, loro abbiano il dovere di liberare la terra da questi spiriti. Che sono vengono definiti jinn. Se non sbaglio. Però. Però vedi perché qua abbassi la luce? Cioè, boh.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وش ذا؟ شفتوا انتم؟ بسم الله.
No, raga, è in streaming, è in diretta streaming. È in diretta streaming. Se no avrebbe detto che si... Ma perché ti muovi veloce? Li mortacci tua.
والله مكان يطمن في فراش اسمه انه قديم في اسلاك شائكه هنا بعد بسم الله.
Someone or something with glowing eyes seems to be staring at Amr from inside one of the buildings. When he runs over, no one there. He searches through the entire building but finds absolutely nothing. The figure with glowing eyes seems to have mysteriously disappeared without a sound. Amr continues on to one of the other creepy buildings.
Sì, sembra fatto al PC un po' effettivamente per come è posizionato. Sembra fatto al PC tipo. Sembra tipo post-edit, perché tipo sembra che l'occhio, questo qua, vada ad accavallarsi sopra il muro. Tipo, no? Sembra proprio che vada a accavallarsi sopra il muro. Però, se questo era in diretta streaming, ok, un umano non può essere sicuro. Perché se è in diretta streaming una cosa del genere non può capitare. Che un umano faccia una cosa. Non può, cioè non è proprio possibile, capito?
With glowing eyes seems to have mysteriously disappeared without a sound.
Non lo so.
Amr continues on to one of the other creepy buildings, but he still feels like he's being watched.
حطينا في بيت مكتوب وش ذا؟ تشوفون؟ في شيء يتحرك هناك. في شيء يتحرك. بسم الله. تشوفون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وشو هذا؟ له كل لمبة بس. بسم الله. بسم الله. ما ادري وشو. بقرب له. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله.
Non l'ha levato.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Tipo spostato quello.
بسم الله.
È un uomo si è visto. Sì. Eh? 10. Grazie.
بسم الله. بسم الله.
Infatti sei curioso di dire... Oh, un pipistrello.
بسم الله.
Vai da sopra.
كان في شيء هنا واقف. أنا تهيأ لي. بسم الله.
Sì,
كان
si può
هناك في نفس
modificare
المكان قبل شوي.
un mod per migliorare la scena, ho visto...
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أحس في أحد هنا.
No, bro, ma come fai a modificare? Non puoi modificare una cosa del genere, bro. Cioè, devi avere un video preregistrato, capito? Cioè, allora, se tu hai un video preregistrato metti live puoi farlo, ma tu in diretta streaming... Io in diretta... un diretta streaming, un moderatore, non può cambiare una cosa che io ho dietro una stanza. Capito? Sì, sì, Ryder, per carità. Sì, potrebbe essere un complice sicuramente. Però se fosse stato un complice prima, come ha fatto a fare quella foto lì? Sì, ma se fosse un complice, tipo, sta cosa qui, com'è possibile che è avvenuta?
With glowing eyes seems to be staring at Amr from inside.
Guarda com'è qua. Questa luce qua è come se andasse sopra al muro qua, vedi? È umanamente impossibile, capito? A meno che non hanno fatto tipo un fantoccio di cartone che gli hanno messo a posto una cosa...
صوت أحد يمشي. بسم الله. في صوت أحد. صوت أحد يمشي. في صوت صوت حد يمشي. في صوت حد يمشي.
Questo è matto.
ما ادري يتهيأ لي او اشوف شيء يعكس النور. شيء غريب مرة.
Perché cazzo gira così veloce? Oh, ma non si caga solo.
خلنا نسمع شوي.
Again, a figure with glowing eyes seems to be staring at him, this time from one of the windows of a building further away.
So, you're a programmer.
No.
You're coding along,
No,
and you run
mate.
into a
Ho
problem.
lasciato quella
You
strada
do-
molto tempo fa.
He can't believe his eyes, and again he charges toward the
Sì, ma il
building.
fatto, capito, se è così face up, cioè se è così face up, capito?
And again, he finds nothing. Things now begin to take
È
a
così
darkly
tanto, si vede così
sinister
tanto che è
turn,
fake che mi sembra proprio di
as
che non
it
è
seems
fake.
the strange shadow figures are all around him.
بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله. في صوت هنا.
Uso della in faccia, guarda, porca.
وين اختفى؟ بسم الله.
Sound. So what do you think these just an elaborate? The YouTube channel Lego Papa TV travels to the abandoned Letchworth Village Mental Asylum in New York. The village consists of 130 buildings and served as an asylum for the physically and mentally disabled for over 100 years. The institution was permanently
Jeez,
closed
che
down in
cazzo.
1996 after thousands of reports of patient abuse. The
Madonna.
patients, most of them children, were found unclothed, unbathed, malnourished, and neglected. Hundreds of patients lost their lives at the Letchworth Asylum and were buried in nameless graves near the institution.
Madonna.
Levy from Lego Papa TV is investigating the now abandoned Letchworth Asylum with his wife Kathy. When they get to the area that used to be the hospital morgue, Kathy sees something very strange in one of the doors.
Wait.
Oh, there's something cool over there. You saw something down there?
Yes, I saw something step in that room. But it was fast.
Wait, Chris. Hello?
Oh, look.
They're
Look.
standing up.
They're serious. When you pointed this way, I saw this.
Yeah.
Like somebody was like this and one like this.
Now, unfortunately, they didn't capture what she saw on camera. So, Levy decides to set up a static night vision camera to record the hallway where his wife saw the strange figure. Hours after he sets up the camera, he catches something downright chilling. What looks to be the malformed apparition of a person seems to peek around the corner and then simply disappear back into the darkness. Could this be the spirit of one of the patients that passed away at the Letchworth Asylum? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Rise. TikTok user Joe Vrola is at home with his girlfriend when he hears something strange coming from somewhere in their apartment. Since they have experienced unexplained activity in their home before, he takes out his camera and starts recording as he goes to check out the sound. It did not go well.
What are you doing?
I think I heard something. What the?
Ma che sei matto?
Jesus Christ!
Did you see it? A floating figure seems to rise up out of the chair, disappearing into nothing. But Joe actually seems to be a bit more freaked out by the sudden appearance of his girlfriend.
Ma mi sto cagando addosso, ma mi aspettavo una cosa. Pensavo che il fantasma fosse questo qui. Questo qui davanti, pensavo gli andasse incontro. Non me lo sono aspettato. Pensavo che il fantasma fosse questo qui al muro. Quindi ero già predisposto e fosse quello a muoversi. Appena ho visto la cosa muoversi sotto, mi sono cagato sotto, capito? Perché non me l'aspettavo proprio. Perché pensavo fosse quello sopra.
What the?
Sì, ma poi what the fuck? Questo what the fuck? O lo vedevo io, sai che succedeva? Se l'avessi visto io, sai che succedeva? Altro che what the fuck.
Christ.
Now, what do you think this strange floating figure is? Is
Sì, a
it a
casa sua.
ghost? Or is it just some very good special effects work? You decide. In the shadows. Reddit user A. Perez submitted this next video to the Nukes Top 5 subreddit. He claims the video was originally shared to Facebook by his niece, Jamie, who had recorded her children playfully jumping on her new bed. But when the video was posted, friends and family were very quick to point out that there was something very strange going on in the video that Jamie hadn't noticed at the time of the recording. When she reviewed the footage, she was shocked.
She was shocked. Did you see it? No, io non ho visto.
Whoa! No, God, please, no!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Did you see it?
Ma no, dai.
Right before she ends the video, while still distracted by her children, a shadow can be seen lurking in the bathroom, seemingly hiding behind the door. What makes this footage even more bizarre is that even though there's enough light to slightly illuminate the bathroom, the figure does not seem to have any facial features that catch the light. Even when the footage is brightened and enhanced, there are still no facial features or details visible in the bizarre shadow figure.
Ma sì, ha
So
chiuso
is
la
this
porta poi, ha
creepy
chiuso la
footage
porta.
real?
Sto
or
a cagare,
fake?
sto a
Let me
cagare!
know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter for video and channel updates. I'll see you next week.
Allora, se abbiamo tempo di vedere un altro video da 15 minuti. Chat. Go. You scream for your mama. E poi andiamo a fare il torneo.
Ci assomigliamo?
No.
Direi di no.
No, direi sì, hai fatto bene a dire no. Ok. Il giveaway c'è dopo le 2 semifinali, bro. L'ho fatto prima, ho finito la partita a 10 minuti
Top
fa.
5 ghosts caught on camera, reaching out from the other side. This next mysterious video
Ah
was
no, che cazzo
captured
dico?
in
No, dopo di questo facciamo un giveaway. Dopo di questo giveaway, 2 semifinali, giveaway, finale giveaway.
the countryside of Japan in 2018. YouTuber and paranormal researcher Fourth Wall claims that the video was shared directly with him by a source that wishes to remain anonymous. The footage shows someone walking around an old traditional Japanese graveyard in the middle of the night. The anonymous source lives right next to the cemetery and says that he heard a dog barking loudly throughout the night. Fed up with the continuous noise, he goes to investigate. Now, there have been rumors of strange things happening in this particular graveyard. So, he decides to film as he searches for the barking
Il
dog.
quarto muro.
It did not go well.
It did not go well. Ma questo non ci vedo questo.
Did you see it?
Lui
Right
non
before he
prende la
cuts
manata.
the video and runs, a horrifying tiny little hand can be seen reaching out from underneath one of the gravestones.
Ma sembra una mano finta, sembra.
A fine tiny little hand can be seen reaching out from underneath one of the gravestones. I've zoomed and stabilized the footage, and as you can see, the hand is so small that it almost resembles that of a very young child. So is the graveyard haunted by a restless child spirit? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Come cazzo fai a truccarlo?
You
questa cosa?
decide.
Cioè ce ne stanno altri...
Restoration. 6 years ago, in 2014, Matt West shared a very creepy video to his YouTube channel. Matt says that the video was shot by one of his friends who had recently bought an old house in Lumberton, Texas. Now, it should be noted that this house is said to be haunted by the
Dopo
ghost...
ci linka un TikTok.
Dude in the back scared the shit out of me. Dude in the back?
Ma questo l'avevo già visto, questo l'avevo già visto.
Hey, you cut out a little bit. What'd you say?
Yo, I'm tripping balls.
Però questa è una persona, questo l'avevo già visto.
There's a guy behind me, right, dog? Literally, you... You want me to what?
Però quella è una persona, si vede. Cioè, però è tutto nero, capito?
Hmm? What are you talking about, bro? You're freaking me out. What?
Sì, sì, ma poi lui l'ha scritto pure, vedi?
What?
Se l'ha fatto in live lui su Omicol.
Alright, bro, you're scaring me. Dude in the back scared the shit out of me. Dude in the back?
Si è abbassato, si vede pure che si è abbassato.
Ghost of a handicapped man in
Sì,
a
effettivamente lui l'ha fatto in
wheelchair
live.
who lived in the home 40 years ago. Tragically, the man fell into the house's pool and drowned.
Ma questa è fatta apposta, cioè l'ha fatta
Since
apposta, lui
then,
l'ha fatto
many of the
apposta.
house's residents and visitors have claimed to see the terrifying apparition of a
Fuoco
man.
c'ha scritto, se lo possono fare gli altri, figurati lui che l'ha fatto in live, capito? Per quanto può essere facile fare magari post live o in un video su YouTube. Ciao Kiruko.
Man in a wheelchair, rolling aimlessly around the home. So, Matt West's friend was renovating the old house and was recording a before and after video of the house's restoration. When the man reviewed his camera footage, he was shocked to the core by what he found.
È affondato. Sì. E non l'ha visto? Ah no, wait, me lo sono immaginato solo io? Ah, quello ha camminato quella cosa, raga. Ha camminato, non me lo sono immaginato io. Più che altro come fai a non vederlo? Forse non lo vedi ad occhio
Did you
nudo?
see it?
Forse non lo vedi ad occhio
As he
nudo.
enters one of the rooms, a figure in red can be seen moving in a doorway right in front of him. For
Forse
some
non lo vedi ad
reason,
occhio
he
nudo.
doesn't see the strange figure at all as he continues filming the room.
Non lo vedo ad occhio nudo, forse.
Then, as he looks back, the apparition seems to float right by him without making a sound. Even stranger, the creepy figure in red appears to be sitting in a wheelchair. So could this be the handicapped man who drowned in the swimming pool outside the home so many years ago? Or just who or what is that? Let me know what you think. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. A school like a prison. Over on the YouTube channel Michio FL Chan, Brandon Benson and his friends decide to explore a series of creepy abandoned buildings near his home in
Matteo, non
England.
ti cagare sotto,
The
ci siamo, sta
buildings
tranquillo.
have a very dark history. This place was a Victorian-era, quote, reformatory school for boys, basically a prison for children. The reform school originally opened in 1857 and housed poor children who had committed crimes.
Ok.
Most of the offenses were nothing serious. In fact, many of the poor boys were in prison simply for begging for food on the streets. Nevertheless, the children at the school were treated like hardened convicts. They were forced to work at hard labor. The school/prison has now been abandoned for over 30 years. Local legend says that the buildings are still haunted by the lingering souls of the boys who suffered there. So, Brandon and his friends spend a day exploring the creepy abandoned building, and then they upload their video to YouTube. That's when they discover something truly terrifying. As the teens enter one of the old buildings, this happens.
Me and Calm will call each other in case we get split up and we can't find each other. We've got no phone signal either. I know. Right, let's go to the building.
Porco!
I know. Right. Let's go to
Dai, è un loro amico ovviamente. È un loro amico, of course, è un loro amico, però
the building.
ha fatto cagare sotto. Did you see it? Did you see it?
A disfigured face seems to stare out at the boys from one of the old classrooms. Brandon says that he has no explanation for the
Non si può cagare sotto così.
bizarre
Ma così vuol dire
face.
cagasse sotto, Cioè, vuol riprendere in corpo.
What do
Cagasse
you
sotto.
think? Is the abandoned reform school haunted? Or could this simply be a very, very strange reflection? Let me know down in the comments. Meanwhile, on TikTok.
Non è piaciuta la figa, ma che
user
posti, raga?
Franco Villejas claims
Son
that he has
colpi,
been
mica-
experiencing shocking paranormal activity in his home. He says that he's seen unexplained shadows, had severe sleep paralysis.
Ti senti vedete sarà un caso del genere? Ah, dovresti sapere cosa è successo in Toscana. A data. In Toscana, ragazzi, a un certo punto è stato un temporale che si sono spente tutte le luci. Faccio, vabbè, vado fuori a vedere. Vado fuori al contatore di elettricità. Amore, non andare, oppure che non torni, non andare.
Has actually been bitten on his back by an unseen force, and perhaps creepiest of all, he's captured the
Anche del bagno, sì, la devo accompagnare al bagno alle 3 di notte.
terrifying apparition of a girl
Vabbè, quella prima sopra l'ho
wandering
vista
through his
io, quindi
house at night. In a previous video, I featured several of Franco's
Ma che sei matto?
paralysis. Has actually been bitten on his back by an unseen force, and perhaps creepiest of all, he's captured the terrifying apparition of a girl wandering through his house at night. In a previous video, I featured several of Franco's creepy encounters with the alleged female ghost. After these scary encounters, Franco says that the paranormal entity has not left him alone, and the supernatural activity in his home has only intensified. The spirit seems to toy with Franco, frequently turning on his bathroom shower and sink and causing his lights to flicker or malfunction. One night, when Franco is home alone, he notices that the light and stereo downstairs seem to mysteriously turn on by themselves.
Se ha encendido la luz de abajo y está sola la casa. Voy a bajar.
Voli sono gatti? Si è spenta la musica. Ecco, mo mi spavento. What?
Then, on another night, things get downright terrifying.
Se escucha mucho ruido en el primer piso.
Azzi, ma che sei matto? Esci di casa, bro.
Sto subiendo la escalera y no hay nadie. Ah, conchita María.
What?
Y no hay nadie. Ah, conchita María.
Did you see it?
No, raga, did you see it? Did you see it?
La escalera y no hay nadie. Ah, conchita María.
Sì, ma sentite la voce. Raga, la voce sembra proprio dal suo video, però non sembra toccata. Ah, raga, la voce sembra proprio sua, però, Cioè, la voce sembra proprio sua.
Did you see it?
No.
After hearing a voice, Franco goes back to his bedroom. As he pans his camera around the room, in one split second, a woman can be seen sitting on his
Ah,
bed.
quella. Ok, pensavo fosse l'ombra.
When he pans back just a second
Pensavo fosse
later,
l'ombra io.
no one there.
Ah, pensavo fosse l'ombra io.
Franco didn't
Holy
even back just a
shit.
second later, no one in his
Wait.
bed. Around the room, in one split second, a woman can be seen sitting on his bed.
Cortina.
When he pans back just a second later, no one there. Franco didn't even notice the creepy apparition himself, But when he posted the video, his viewers pointed it out
Tra poco ci
immediately.
sarà il torneo chat.
But is it a real ghost or just some very good special effects?
Con special effects e cazzo.
Let me know what you think.